We'll make the Dallas for the chair.
Yeah.
Good chair. Pump that air conditioner down one notch. So it's trying to overheat on me in here. Shut the door. I'm gonna have to call Major Upton on her cell phone. She had to leave.
Who is it? Upton? Major.
She, the email that I sent to you is the same email she's got a copy of.
Hi, you've reached Maryland. I'm sorry I can't take your call.
Okay. Let's give her just a minute.
Hi, you've reached the desk of Major Marilyn Upton.
Major Upton, how are you today?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's
I didn't
okay.
even hear my phone ring.
That's okay. So I have, Sergeant Eccles, I have, Sergeant Deal, I have Joshua Badalis in here and myself, okay?
Okay.
You saw the email thread that I had sent out to you?
Yes,
And
I did.
And you saw the acknowledgement that, Sergeant Deal responded to that email.
I did.
So yesterday, when everything was said and done, the last statement I had was she would be back after NTC.
Okay.
Now, that's, again, I don't know where she stands on orders from the 27th of March till when the 150th says she'll go on orders on the 24th of May. What's happening in that window right there as far as whether she will be back with me or what her plans are. And that's where we're at right now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
turn it
first
over
of all,
to
she
you.
has not been transferred to the BEB,
Okay,
and so she belongs to the TASM.
okay,
And her AT orders that are in, the comptroller go through the 27th of March, so that is correct. Apparently that's an AT order. But there's no orders from 28 March through the time period in May. So she is not going to get paid for anything but her technician job, and she would need to show up for her technician job. So Sergeant Deal, I'm not sure who has told you that you're going on orders, but right now you don't have any orders and you don't belong to the BEB. So if you're going to go to the BEB for the purpose of NTC, you're not going to go there until May. So you still must report to your technician job, or that is in excess of 30 days, so you would have to be separated from the technician program. So I'm not quite sure who's promising you or who's telling you, because both units, no one is aware of you conducting any type of orders between now and May, which means you don't go to wherever you're involved for or wherever you were told that you're going to do for NTC until those orders start. And those orders are not in the system yet either. So I'm not sure where the confusion is that you think that you wouldn't have to come to your regular job. Did you think you didn't have to come to work?
No, I I said that I'll be back after AT.
I'm sorry?
I said that I would be back after AT, and then I would
Correct.
be with
You
the
would
one.
have to come back. You would have to come back to work on the day after your orders. Now, the LWAT packet that you didn't do, I mean, it's your choice not to do an LWAT packet, but you must understand that if you don't do an LWAT packet, that your time does not count towards your technician time. So that's, let's say you were on AT for 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks from your time in service as a technician that does not count towards retirement.
Why did you do an LWAT packet? I mean, at this time, at this point right now, you don't have to do one. So you were saying, so you said you're not gonna do a LWAT packet when you go with
I
them?
don't know nothing about no LWAT packet.
Okay.
So anything after 30 days, you do a 52 on, just like it would do over there with you guys to cover, because you shut down your TSP, you shut down different things and hit an LWAT.
That's right. You
status.
should do it for any time you're gonna be gone. For the law says to do one every time you're gonna miss a day. Most people don't do that. If you have a MUTA 6 and you're missing Friday, most people don't worry about a day, because you're normally taking leave for that day, military leave or annual leave for that day, so you're gonna pay and you're gonna pay in defers. But if you're gonna take leave, if you're gonna take LWAP and be gone for most of a pay period, even if you took a couple days to pay into your insurance, you're only paying in defers for that couple days. So that's 8 other days that you could buy back. And if you don't have an LWAP packet, then you can't buy it back.
So what does the LWAT packet mean whenever she return to work, or can she return to work?
Yes, you do an LWAP
Yeah.
packet that puts
We
you
don't call them LWAT
puts you
packets.
in the LWAP status in the pay system, and then you do packet, which is almost the same, returning you to duty for whatever day you are returning to duty. But when you do an LWAP packet for absent US, you attach military orders. It shows when your orders end. Then you do an LWAP packet when it's time to come back to get all that stuff restarted that you either requested to suspend or requested to not to have the benefits. You have to understand, you have to start and stop you have to make your TSP loan payments unless you stop them. You can only stop TSP loan payments if you're moving. So there's a lot of things you should do when you go on LWAP and when you return to duty. But not returning to duty is not an option.
So if
You would be considered AWOL as a technician.
So with that LWAT packet, is that the packet where your insurance is paid for 12 months? Your medical?
Your insurance only paid for 12 months when you go on Title 10
Okay.
for a contingency operation. Any other time, you incur a debt for your insurance if you don't pay it.
So at the end of the day, the confusion here is simply put, and I had DaphoDILL in here with this, so I always have a witness to where I'm doing things.
Right.
It was not after AT, it was after NTC was over. So that's what has put us to where we are now. And now DILL is telling me that she would be back to work after AT. And that's fine.
Okay.
I'm great with that. She can come back in here and do her thing, not a problem. And when she gets orders sending her downrange, wherever downrange is, then we'll acknowledge those orders and help her get underway.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not the issue. The issue was the timelines was not matching.
Right. And someone has obviously, or not obviously, but it's my understanding, Sergeant DILL, it sounds like you were under the impression someone was going to give you orders. Is that correct?
Yes, when I get switched to the 150th BEB, they were gonna put me on orders for trail for NTC.
Okay. Trail though is left behind.
Right.
So trail would be while you were at Fort Irwin and coming home, not trail here. Now, because no one's leaving for NTC right now, they don't leave until May.
Well, not the group. unless you got
Okay.
a special.
Yeah.
But now, if you're
But
under
trail
the
is
assumption that you're
trail.
being
Yeah,
transferred,
they wanted me to
you
come
need,
help
someone needs to
them
produce a
to put
transfer
work
order.
orders
So you said-
beforehand.
Do you know how to look in your iFirms for documents?
I'm
I
not
do.
sure how to do it.
Okay, so we need to help you, your readiness NCO or whoever your platoon sergeant is, needs to help you, understand how to log in and look at your iFirms so that you yourself know when you get a set of orders, they're gonna be put in Comptroller. So you would need to know how to look on Comptroller and then how to look in, iFirms, cause they transfer into there if they're not Title 10.
Okay. So I think maybe we've all got a better understanding on when we're coming back to work now.
Roger, sounds like it.
Okay, so, and that sounds like the weekend after she gets off with AT. And then
Okay.
whatever orders she comes through beyond that, then that's when we will honor those orders and move her on.
Roger. That's
Okay.
correct.
Y'all got any questions?
Nope.
Sergeant Eccles?
I'm good.
Sergeant Vidalis? Major, I appreciate your time and thank you very much.
No problem, Chief. Take care. Bye-bye.
At the end of the day, we shouldn't be at this conversation.
No, but I'm glad that we got to a common ground, that we both understand that she's gonna be back at work after AT. So, and I already, like I said, I talked to her for a while this morning, like I don't know exactly like the underlining of what's going on, but I told her, which she said she already knew that, but I don't care, like I told you on the phone, anybody promise you anything, it's just a promise until you get your hands on those orders. And that's just how it is. And the technician program, it's a paperwork thing. Yeah, so you don't, of course, leave no job, not just a technician job, you don't leave no job with, just,
Bill, I talked with the
Say, go on.
150th to extents again this morning, not just that Sergeant Baston, but the training NCO. They don't have no funds right now to put anybody on orders at all, and he knows nothing of it. Okay.
yeah, so,
My deal is this: I needed to know when you were coming back to work. You told us after NTC.
I
Now
said
you
I would
tell
be
us
back after AT, that's what I said.
Well, two of us misunderstood you because Vidalis was sitting there and I asked you.
And I said I'd be back after
At the
18.
end- At the end of the day, that's regardless. Now, if we had all understood each other, we would not be where we're at right now, okay? But I think we all share this responsibility. Okay? All right, so I appreciate you coming in.
it's,
Thank
no
you.
problem, anytime, and she's young, like I said, I don't know what's really going on, but she's young, she got a lot to learn, whether she know it or not, so,
She's a heck of an operator. She sits out there and just grinds away.
but knowing your job is one thing, but knowing the program and the system is just two different things.
Exactly. I can't argue that point, and the system will bite you if you allow it
Yes.
to.
And then at the end of the day, when it comes to that pay, those orders and whatever, it's normally the individual that just get the debt, per
But
se.
that audit trail puts the supervisor liable.
Well,
the way this
well,
new
yes,
system, and
you'll
that's
be
the thing.
liable, but you'll be suffering the consequences of the paying back and all that good stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can't leave, like I said, we just gonna just say it was miscommunication, I don't know, but, just so we all can be clear that you know that you can't be on orders if you don't have orders. If somebody promised you something, you can't, you know, they have to show that, and you have to let your supervisor know that. That's just how it works.
And you don't tell the supervisor what you're gonna do.
No,
You bring it in and you present your case to what the supervisor wants. And I think y'all face the same challenges at the mates, so.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time, and I'll see you when you come off of your AT orders.
Good.
I'm good.
All right.